in the last few minutes or so, Rima.
Okay, let's move on and invite the management of Insecticides India. They've opened a new factory in Rajasthan for commercial production of a agrochemical. Rajesh Aggarwal, the MD and CEO of Insecticides India, is here with us on the phone line. This plant is going to be producing sodium paranitrophenolate. It has a capacity of 1100 kiloliters. If you could tell us, what was the investment made in this particular plant? What is the expected return? If you manage to run at 100% capacity, what will be the kind of revenues you will generate? And what is the expected capacity utilization?
First I will share the basic ideology of setting up the plant. It's a formulation unit where we'll be developing certain formulations by bringing the AI from Japan. So it is the first product which we are going to start, but the number of products are going to get added with time, and we are going to bring more and more products actually in the purview. So the first product, we have kept a target of 3 years, but this year, in the year 1, we'll target to utilize about 50% of the capacity, and then slowly in 3 years, we will reach to 100%. That is the idea. So at 50% of technology, of usage actually, so this can roughly generate a total value of about say 50 crores, and then of course it can grow further.
All right, so at 100% you'll be able to do nearly around 100 crores. FY20, safe to say that 50 crores will get added to your revenues, right?
To the revenue of this JV basically, yes.
Okay, how much will you account for it? What is the listed company Insecticides Limited stake in the JV?
It's a minor share actually. The major share belongs to the Japanese.
Oh.
So, but we work together because there are 2 points. Like one is it is the JV which we had set up for research. So we are inventing the products in India, but at the same time in the JV we are trying to bring more products from Japan.
All right.
So
Rajesh,
whatever is already invented, so a lot of products are coming there.
Right.
So the idea is we start with this molecule and try to bring some
Fair
more
enough,
molecules.
but just to get the granular details out of the way, what is your share in this particular JV, and therefore how much can you account in the books of Insecticides India by way of revenues?
By way of revenue, I don't know what is going to get added, but we have about 20% share in the JV because it is the JV for product discovery, and there is a feeling that product discovery is very, very expensive proposition. So we compelled the Japanese to invest about 80%, and we only partner 20%. But the rights are common in the sense that whatever the JV invents, it is shared by IL and OAT, both the companies, and we have our territory defined, which is Indian subcontinent and some other countries, where we have got the absolute right. So that way, like whatever gets invented by the JV, we are the partners. And now we are trying to bring new molecules from Japan, which are already invented and they are available in Japan through the JV. So which will of course strengthen our sales as IL, and also through the JV we will be able to sell it to some other companies.
Okay, so Rajesh, just to make it a little simplified for our viewers, from this particular JV you can generate around 100 crores at optimum capacity utilization levels. However, the listed company Insecticides India's stake is around 20%. So the revenue recognition as of now will be small, right? In this to your total books.
With this product, yes, but we are trying to bring other products through the JV.
Yeah, so we'll wait for you to bring those other products, and then maybe you can get. But as of now, if you do 100 crores in this JV, only around 20 crores will be added to your revenues. That's right?
From the JV, yes, but that product will be coming to IL, and IL will be able to generate more revenue actually. So because when it comes to IL, it gets added into IL books only.
So you have the marketing and the sales rights to the product generated in this particular factory for sale in India?
Yes.
And you don't have to share any revenues from that to your Japanese partner?
No, because whatever margins they are going to have, they are going to have it through the JV. And once the product comes to IL, then nothing is shared. The entire profitability belongs to Insecticides India.
So which products will come to Insecticides India? All of them or a few of them? Just walk us through what is this agreement that you have with your Japanese partner in terms of costs, investments, as well as in terms of revenues and sales.
Actually, this JV was set up in 2013. At that time, basic idea was to set up a new product discovery lab, which was happened into the country for the first time, because before this, nobody was investing in product discovery in India. So we started this laboratory in 2014 practically, and we started working on the molecules. And from this JV, we have filed almost 10 patents. And we are trying to bring the new molecules, which are a little longer term, because it is an expensive proposition. So at that time, we kept our share low, and we told the Japanese that since we are the facilitators, so our investment will be low, and for that low investment, we had kept about 1 dozen countries in our portfolio, and rest of the world was in their portfolio.
Okay.
So the JV's key role is discovery of new products and give it to the two parent companies, which are Insecticides India and the Japanese counterpart. And then we have to scale up that product in Insecticide India, and we have to market that product in India and our countries, and we can supply to the Japanese counterpart also. That is the agreement. Along with this, then the Japanese felt that there is a fair chance that a lot of products are available in Japan with the data, and they can be brought into India. So we are working to bring more technologies through the JV, which are already developed. So we do a formulation here, and we sell it to Insecticides India and also to some other partners.
Mr. Aggarwal, we'll, as and when that happens, we'll be very keen to hear how much of revenues it'll add. For the time being, let's get to some basic details. You've done a 10% growth in terms of revenues for the first 9 months of the year. Your margins as well have been fairly impressive. I believe that, it's because of a better product mix. You've reduced your exposure to low margin generic products as well. So give us some guidance then. For FY20, what sort of a revenue growth are you looking at? And can you hold on to these margins of around that 14.5% to around 15%?
We are continuously working to generate new generation molecules, and this year we have a target to launch more than half a dozen new products in our portfolio. So it can go up to 8, 9. It will depend on the registrations we are able to bag. So some products will be coming through our Japanese partners, and other products will be coming through our R&D.
Mr. Aggarwal, let's get some simple numbers out. You have done a 10% growth in the first 9 months. My question is on the revenues. What kind of revenue growth are you looking at for FY20? And the second part of the question is in terms of margins. You have, skewed your product mix to higher value products. That's why your margins have improved as well.
Yes.
So give us a sense of what kind of margins as well you can look at for FY20. Go ahead.
We will continuously work on about 10% growth targets.
Okay.
Broadly, these growth targets are going to come out of the new molecules, new chemistries we are going to increase. So that will be a target of 15% growth from the new chemistries. And there will be some degrowth because we are going to discontinue some of the older chemistries. So our safe target is 10% revenue growth. And in terms of the bottom line, there will be additional growth because from red ocean we are moving to blue ocean. Since we are going to launch newer technologies and we'll be working to establish these technologies in the market. So of course there will be some increase in the profitability. So you will continuously get on for a few years from here. You will see that the top line will be jumping by 10% plus, and the bottom line will be jumping more than that.
Mr. Aggarwal, we'll leave it at that. Thanks so much for joining in and throwing light on Insecticides India. So targeting a 10% revenue growth, the bottom line should grow faster than the top line. Get into a break. On the other side, Ashwini Gujral, Prakash Kaba will join in with their trading strategy. Stay tuned.